video you'll never see.
They'll see it. Hey guys, welcome back to the KOAN Farm Aquaponics system. Today we're going to kind of show you guys around what we've been working on. It is a little bit messy after the rainstorm we had last night, but we're really excited to kind of show the progress we made and what's coming up next. It's not just me today, there's Chris. Say hi.
Hi.
So yeah, let's take a look at everything we put together and we'll show you how the system's going to work. So I'm sure this all looks a lot different than when we last looked at it. Obviously, don't mind the mess. There's some standing water. We had a tornado last night come through. Thankfully, not here, but in town. But yeah, we have weed barrier down. Everything here is to keep the grass from coming up and poking through the liner. So thankfully, it's like we have this. The liner itself is going to be very opaque, so we're not going to worry too much about weeds. Although of course, like here in Texas, the weed situation is pretty terrible. So this is the entrance for the water system. You can see down here we have some valves that are currently drying. We put silicone and everything else, the adhesive to keep the pipes together. So the water is going to run down this channel. It's going to cross through the liners via a pipe, and it's going to come down here and it's going to drain into this drain system. Generally we're going to have a stand pipe kind of like that. It's not going to be this tall. It's going to be about a foot off the ground, so the water level will always be at about a foot. So it's going to drain into this 4-inch PVC piping. We have these honkin' ball valves down here. These will be kept underground. We're gonna cover them. We're gonna fill this area with dirt. So all you're gonna see is the little boxes here. So the water is gonna drain through the system. We had to go around a tree right here, and we're gonna drain into the sump tank. The sump tank is just an IBC tote, 275 gallons. We had these lying around. It doesn't have to be this big. I think the system called for 100 gallons, but you know, we'd rather have extra than not enough. So this sump is going to have a pump inside that pumps the water through this channel. You can see Chris is digging it out right now. Everything has to be underground to prevent any kind of freezing, but this is going to run through here and drain into the fish tanks, which we're going to have there, here, and here. Drain system's going to run up this post about maybe 6 feet, come over, and then drop into the tank so that we can still walk underneath it. The whole idea is that we want to be able to show the kids here at the school everything without it being too cluttered with piping. But so the way the water gets into the channels in the first place is it's going to come from the tanks into these KOAN clarifiers. These have that's like a 2-inch drain on them, and they're going to be this part upwards. The KOAN portion is actually going to be underground. You can see we've dug out the holes right here. We have some piping that also we glued together and is currently drying, where it's going to have a drain valve that kind of comes out of the ground that allows us to open it up and pull all of the actual physical sludge out of the system. The reason why we went with the KOAN clarifiers is because the sludge will naturally kind of float down to the bottom of the drain, and then when we open the valve, just the pressure of all that water being in the system will push it out. You see, there you go. Chris showing it off. So yeah, the drain's going to be down there. Run to this pipe, run up, boom, clean system. So we have 2 clarifying tanks, one for each pair of fish tanks. So we have 4 tanks, 2 of them for 1 clarifier. And here we have this is what Chris called the bioreactor, but essentially these are going to be filled with really fine mesh bird netting to catch any of the remaining large particles. So it's going to run from the KOAN clarifier into this one. This one will connect to this one, right? We're kind of doubling up, and that is going to be pumped into the degassing chamber. So The degassing chamber is going to be right here. We're, of course, have to dig these out first before we can do any of that. And then that is going to be pumped through here, back into the system. And so if you follow the path here, you can see we have a T junction, where we had to go pick up a T. They gave us the wrong one at Home Depot. So this first one's going to come up here. The second one's going to go up there. So and then we just follow the path that I just showed you back to the fish tanks. So the whole system is closed. The water should just continue to circulate through the system, and we're hoping that the solubility of the water plus the constant movement will keep any pipes that are above the ground from freezing, but also we're going to add some protection just to make sure it doesn't get too cold in Texas. Nothing really in the single digits, but you can never be too careful, right? All right, guys, now what we're going to do is we're actually going to start stacking our bricks and mortaring them down so that once we get started, that's it. The structure is going to be here, and we'll have to break it apart if we make a mistake. So, wish us luck, and here we go.
I also think we should stagger them.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. We got the channels mostly finished. We've got the concrete in there. We're going to get Billy to come out here next week, and then we're going to go ahead and fill up the cracks and make sure everything's stable. We're not masons, but we did our best. I think generally people usually want to go with wood for their structures, but we're going for a longevity thing, and cinder blocks seem to make sense. Yeah, we will keep working, and hopefully see you guys again soon. Bye.